perfect as now Darku beat him, and Atomic through the skies, he's got the flippy, no! It's unbelievable from Atomic! What on earth were you thinking?
Atomic! I'm sorry, this is not a freestyle competition! Please! Not strong enough this time of asking, but you can tell Sig is trying to find each other. They're starting to find each other as well, but so is Atomic finding each dunks right down to the ground.
Blinding pace from Atomic, and that's what we come to expect.
But all in all, this first game has been exciting so far, Psycho. We've had speed, we've had control, we've had passing plays, and we see here G1 taking control.
Oh, that's such a nice pass. It's perfect. It's just poetry, isn't it, Spooks?
Dying goes high, just trying to make it more awkward for the defensive end. Dying for a pass, Dorito Freddy. They're doing it like it's nothing right now, Psycho. They're finding one another. This is the scary G1. This is not the G1 I was expecting at all to see.
Would have been the goal of the day for me. That scoop off the flick was so perfect as now Darku beat him, and Atomic through the skies, he's got the flippy, no! It's unbelievable from Atomic! What on earth were you thinking?
Atomic! I'm sorry, this is not a freestyle competition.
Seen that side of the game so far.
Well, an upfield pass to Compact, slots at bottom right, and your question answered immediately, Danny. Great awareness upfield and great stones from Compact to go forward and wait for that pass from Lassa. Game number one, they seem to have the upper hand, but Botti Farmer are starting to battle back, obviously, with that one goal, but Naz just completely whips them in offense. 3-1.
I hope he has armor, because right now that is a flesh wound that Butterfat just had.
Still 2 minutes off the clock and no goals have been found. Might be one here. Oh, Tekos puts it in himself. Disaster on the line for SK, and Botsavara had their first lead.
First time SK Gaming had to defend here, and I didn't think I'd be using this word, but that was just diabolical.
You gotta get your catchphrase in every now and again. Oh, is that a fake kickoff? That is very interesting. It does give Naz a shot on net, and just as diabolical it was as it was on defense, they pull out the diabolical kickoff strat. 1-1, Danny.
From diabolical to delightful.
But it is SK with possession right back downfield. Semas to net and to Tekos top corner. 2-1.
I'm right now extremely envious. The pass was wonderful. The shots here. Oh, that is extremely difficult.
This keeps this at a 2-goal deficit going into the final 60 seconds.
That's a good infield pass, and that's just
great.
delivered. Oh, this is good. Fabulously tucked away. I thought the first pass to Compact was unfortunately a bottle job, but they recovered it at the last second.
It was a bump on the goal line from Lassa. Took Naz out of the equation, Danny, but couldn't pinch it into the net. It bounces high and off the backboard, and now gives SK run down the field. Naz 4-3. That's it.
A delightful little volley as well. What could have been maybe a saving grace, but it's just pure domination, Crafters. A 4-0 sweep in any quarter-final.
That ball should have been in, but it was so awkward in front of the G1. Atomic, not so awkward in this situation. Two people going for Naz. The poor man. He's alone fending off two people who are set to get him out of the way.
That was exceptionally frantic. I'm sure you heard it in my voice.
Wasting all the time. Naz goes high, more time being wasted. Drops it down low. Past the defenders, and they don't need to waste any more time.
Smart play number one, just pop it up. You're wasting boost from the enemy defense. Great play number two, reading the fact that Atomic completely flubbed the touch away to the side, not going their way, or the difficulty to get results is certainly working against them, but Atomic don't care, going nuclear in front of net with some beautiful ball control.
Atomic asking his teacher, is it still a low grade or do I get put up to an 8 or a 9? They'll relic, let us know.
Goes for the 100 steal instead. Smart play, but there's a huge pinch into the opposite corner. Spikes up high. Oh, it's wonderful! Oh, what a read from Dying!
Dying reads it perfectly. The 2-2 established in time back up. But Zekos did not read it in time. He could not see it coming. The speed at which that ball flew high, the speed at which G1 is playing right now, it's all too much for SK to handle.
And no matter how it comes, they just want it to go in. But quite frankly, it's G1.
Oh.
It's all G1.
Dorito! Once again, this is not freestyle training, G1. What are you guys doing?
Seconds remain for SK to stay alive. Quarterfinal, semi-final. Does it end here? Simas, and there's Nash, too easy to read. SK can't handle the pressure. G1 grand finalists for a second consecutive time.
Before getting to the main event of the Intel World Open. Here comes
Oh my
Resi,
goodness.
bang into the top
What?
right corner. And that's a great transition upfield for Hogan Mode.
I mean, there's great and then there's brilliant. And Resi to have that level of trust to get up in the skies that quickly off the back of that infield touch off the ceiling.
It has been a little bit all over the shop for the Danes so far against Hogan Mode. They've really felt uncomfortable against the power of the bros.
Definitely, and that's, you know, that is the sort of performance we come to expect from Hogan Mode at the moment, just swarming in attack, not leaving any space.
Could have been absolute disaster for Mads, but they keep this 2-0 advantage.
No
and the
way.
Mads goes down the other end. No, I'm not scoring there, bro. I'm scoring in your net, bro.
That is so clean, and Creamy was downfield just in case he was required, maybe to get a bump on the last man, wasn't even
A lot
needed.
of 50-50s today, and now the Danes are doing it right back to Hogan Mode, and it's given them all of the advantage here, Psycho.
It really is, and maybe this is the last chance for Hogan Mode as Growly.
Oh,
that
hang
is
on.
a finish to be proud of. And I think your words are pretty much spot on, because we really do need to hang on a minute.
2-1, they do have a chance here. Edgeby, looking for his start, and he's got it! This man has no stop in him.
The juices are flowing, and the tables have turned yet again. Home in time.
And it's Edgeby again. Great awareness, he has to make the save here. Can't read Crowley. What a pass from Scrum as well. Right on the button. And Hogan Mode take the first goal.
1-0 and all three players used. It's perfect. And there is nothing that Shielen possibly could have done there.
As we have seen time and time again. Throughout the course of the series, Edgeby, just barely. Scrub gets a hand on it.
No
Resi
way.
looking like
What?
Fatira from the right-hand side. And gets it on the right. 2-0. Look at the pre-jump from Resi.
What?
Fatira-esque. And it has been exposed by these Danish players. Scrub puts in the 6, as you said, their individual prowess is really outweighed all of their shortcomings. But no one expected this to go out with a bang like this. 6-0 in Game 7. It's all over. They head to the Grand Finals.
Hogan Mode in the grand finals.
An adjective, but here, Atomic's got a few things to do.
Do it, he shall. Oh, do it, he shall. It seemed like nobody was willing to close him down on this occasion.
What was Growly thinking? Throw yourself onto the player or the body. Take
Around
something.
now saying, somebody hit me, please. And Resi completely fluffs this one. Dorito dying. Catastrophe for Hogan Mode.
Oh, but credits here. Look at this. Soft eye here, plays it across, doesn't hit too powerful, allows the ball to be basically hovering at the perfect level. It's unfortunately under nobody's control. That shot will be wide. Resi's done well to tip this one up here, and Growly in a 1v1 here.
Oh, he's in front of then he waits and he gets the bump. Resi scurrying like a squirrel who's just heard the He knows what's on the pavement, and he curb stomps this one into the goal mouth. Gets that second touch. There's Dying. He was helped out by Growly somewhat. Here's Scrub Killer. And Dorito, soft touch. Growly fast. Rezi waiting. Rezi fighting! Oh, and Rezi performing like a maestro on stage.
He sits there with a small white little stick and says to the clarinet section of getting the trumpet ready, and you'll
Save
what?
from Dorito, straight back in, and the counter-attack is on. Atomic, it's on target. Scrub Killer palms it up and away via Rezi.
That was assassin-like, and that's a fabulous roar from Growly!
We were thinking it was going to be Scrub and Growly. No, it's Rezi and Growly. Lovely call. You could see it was meant. Stolen straight off the palms of his teammates and into the net.
We're talking about the mid lane. That's been controlled by both sides here to deal with it. But Dorito, what a harassment that was!
Growly could not move. Like a deer in their headlights. It wasn't just a machine, it was a freight train running towards them. It has been a tournament of a lot of kickoff goals. Will we see one there? Well, Scrub Killer wins it, but not for too long. It's Dying. Oh, this would be the statement! Top pocket!
You wanted a throne, and Dying is sitting there across the kingdom with his two fellow teammates who's won it before, and just say, bow down to me.
But they were always one step behind. Climbing the ladder for a second time, for a second consecutive month. G1 are number one in Rising Stars Odyssey.